So the top story on this Monday morning is that the Foreign Office has issued a warning for extreme heat. Temperatures in southern Europe brace for record-breaking temperatures.
So British holidaymakers have been cancelling their trips or altering those. This is, of course, also happening just ahead of the school holidays breaking up this Friday.
What you're seeing there is wildfires. They're leading to mass evacuations in Turkey and the Canary Islands as firefighters tackle these blazes. Let's speak to meteorologist Jim Dale on all of this. So, Jim, what is the prediction for the week ahead? How's it looking?
Hi, good morning, Eamon. Good morning, Isabel. And it's looking much as it is now. It's not going to change, in actual fact. I would take these charts that are just above my head here forward a couple of weeks. So this is not a 1 day or a 2 day wonder. This has been building for some time now. And yeah, we're living in interesting times, to say the least.
I have a friend who's Spanish and from Seville, and he said that his family had been enduring temperatures in the 40s since around April. But this week, they're just despairing, and they just don't know what on earth they're going to do with things like tarmac starting to melt.
Well, I read a report yesterday that said scientists are predicting Seville will turn into a dust bowl, completely be obliterated.
Yeah, that's the desertification that we're talking about. The meteorologists talk about that essentially the Sahara is on the move, and I think anybody going down to South Spain, that sort of area, you recognise that it's a very dry area, particularly in the summertime. Well, it's getting worse, and I really believe we're actually at the beginning of all this. I know you just mentioned that they've been enduring temperatures for some time, but I think the time of year, the end of July, early August, is the hottest time, generally speaking, in the Mediterranean and for ourselves. We don't have to talk about ourselves too much today because obviously it's cool and showery. It feels like another world, another planet, because people don't have to go too far. Those heat warnings have been put out by our own government in terms of the travel and individual countries putting out the heat warnings. And as you're showing on your pictures there, it's not just the unfathomable heat. It's also the wildfires that are breaking out. So This is quite a serious situation.
Look, a lot of this is dangerous, Jim. You're a meteorologist. You're not a health and safety expert, but there's a terrible dilemma now for people in the UK. Schools are breaking up this week and next week, and people have their summer holidays planned. I don't know what the situation would be for people being able to cancel those, but it's a big dilemma, and it's certainly, if people do travel, it's going to be uncomfortable, to say the least.
To say the least, they've got to take the safety precautions with them. Let's make it clear, though I'm not a health practitioner, our sort of roles do cross from time to time, because obviously meteorology does put in hazardous, severe, dangerous weather, and it's part of our role to be able to advise and say. And when you get temperatures above 40 degrees, in that range, 40 and we could touch 50 in certain points in the next week or so. Well, your body doesn't cope with it. It's as simple as that. We all know. And if you've got I know there are people out there going to say, "Oh, that's what I go for. I've been there before." You get all of that, but these are actually so extreme. And I'm going to say now, it's not just limited to southern Europe and the Mediterranean. China, for example, Samboa yesterday reached its all-time record temperature, 52.2. In the wintertime, goes down to minus 53. It's 100 degrees C difference between winter and now their record summer. On the other side of the Atlantic, the southwest USA, particularly Phoenix, 17 days of plus 48 degrees C. Death Valley getting very close to the all-time record. These individual records are falling like ninepins, left, right, and centre. Ocean temperatures, extremely hot, record temperatures in the North Atlantic, certain parts of the Mediterranean, even the North Sea, despite our weather. Antarctic ice starting to disappear at record levels. You join the dots, and the word climate change comes right up front.